Gumbeaux Fam. I hope this episode is finding you well. Welcome. Welcome. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. Act like you haven't seen me in a while, because you haven't. Okay? If you're tuning in and this is your first episode, welcome aboard. Because we have a lot of new gumbo listeners. And I hope you didn't come for a sample. I hope you came to stay for a little bit. I hope you came for a bowl and not just to get your, leftovers and go, or just grab a to-go plate or what have you, a to-go bowl rather. If you're listening in, this is the first episode of 2026. You are locked in. We might have missed a month. We might have missed a month of the new year, but stat wise, we are beating ourselves already from last year, which was about 7 to 9 months of production. You know what I'm saying? Of episodes. So we already starting off on a good foot because we got an early one in. It's all blame to your host here. Shout out to you if you're a new listener. I'm Sagan. Welcome aboard. I'm your crazy host. Hopefully the one that's going to get you to stay here with us and not scare you off. If I do scare you off, shout out to the Gumbeaux Fam, right? They'll tell you why they're still here, why they're still listening. And it might be a crazy reason, right? For the one thing is I guess my hospitality, I have to keep you here, right? My hope is that you don't get too mad at me for only stating my opinion, right? And my thoughts and how I feel, quote, led to do so. You stay for a little while and you hang out and you become part of the fam. I thank y'all for listening. I have to put all that up front before getting into this episode today, because this episode is like the culmination of everything that Gumbo stands for. This will be what everyone would probably say an ADHD episode. It's all over the place. I have to put things in perspective for you. If you wanted a gumbo pot, you right here. Every little bit. You got the sausage, the gizzards, the hen. You know, we not down with the swine. I don't dine with the swine anymore. But if you like that, you can get the necks. But I do the turkey necks. You could. I don't know what else you're throwing in there. Okay. You could, if you fancy and you have money, maybe you could put an oxtail or two in there. But welcome aboard. I definitely want to say that if you're like me, metaphorically, you probably sat 2025 down and you told her, hey, you did a number on me, but don't let your sister 2026 get it twisted. Talk to her. You sat both years down and you set the stage and you level set it and said, listen, don't come in here cutting up. But what y'all didn't know is 2026 still came in here cutting up. As a matter of fact, if you're much like me, your year has started off with at a rocket space speed, right? For rocket space, is that what we're gonna do? Nah, it's just lightning speed, right? Your year has started off testy, right? It is stretching you currently. If you're listening, you've had some adversity. I feel like we all have, right? Everyone. You're not going to escape adversity. But you're starting to navigate things, new things, in a new way because you've grown. And that goes in double entendre, because we think we've grown and you've grown up age-wise. At your big age, you're still learning. What you might feel is frustrated because you feel like I've been through this before. I should know this. I shouldn't still be scared of this. I shouldn't be afraid of transition. I should know how to talk to people. I should know how to communicate my feelings. I should know I'm a mama, I'm a daddy. I've been at this, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years plus. Maybe I have a large 20 some odd year old. My kids should be settled by now. Motherhood and fatherhood, I should be a pro by now. I'm an exec, right? I should be more successful. My team, I should be leading them better. I should know when I face that particular issue. I should know how to talk about it. My team should know me by now. I shouldn't be able to. Matter of fact, maybe I'm not at that level yet. I should be there. I've been at this for 10 plus years, 5 years, 2 years. Why am I not at that level? Why don't I have a home yet? Why don't I have my car yet? Why don't I have this yet? insert whatever that is. You're in good company, because I feel like we are the hardest on ourselves. So welcome aboard. But what I'm not going to do is encourage you to beat on yourself any longer. What I am going to do is encourage you to challenge yourself more. Become that learner. And for this season, we're going to overcome. That revolving door that we still feel like we're on, that cycle, that carousel, is because we're still learning that lesson. We're rounding ourselves, right? Literally lapping ourselves over and over again. Like, didn't I just meet somebody like you at my last job? Didn't I just see somebody like you at my last church? Didn't I just have a boss like you? You know what I'm saying? I'm not speaking to just one individual. Adversity finds you, but that's where your character shows up. So welcome. Welcome to the gumbo. What I will tell you is that yes, this year has started off with a swing bang and a hot sauce, I guess, if you will. This ain't Louisiana hot sauce. That's not what I'm accustomed to. Maybe crystals, maybe some whatever Texas Pete. You know what I'm saying? It's given a different little twang. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm navigating new uncharted waters. That's not comfortable. I don't have the boat size. I don't have the rafts. I mean, I think I drifted out too far. Use all the analogies and insert here as well, because I am trying to feel out what I need. But I have new crew. I have a new mindset. I am approaching things differently because I know the mistakes I made. And that's the beautiful thing about what you're listening to right now. The mistakes that we've made showed us how to not, right? Don't do that again. Unless you just want to do that again. Because I'm one that's like, shame me once. Okay, that's on you. Shame me twice. You know what I mean? That's on me. And I have the every right to change. Don't let anyone, excuse me, tell you that you can't change. Um, the one thing I had is some gumbo episodes that really are coming down the pipe, that you might listen to, that's a little all over the place. Some of the oldies but goodies, my parents, right? Which is my parental episodes that talk specifically about navigating motherhood, adulthood, parenthood, the hoodest of the hoods, right? The other things are just like the fun hot sauce episodes, songs that we could discuss. I know it's super relatable and personable when we get to talking about movies that from back in the day, the nostalgia movies that now with a new fresh old mind we could dissect. My dreams, right? My Dream Champ episodes where I've had some things that I, didn't feel really comfortable sharing because it was cringy hearing my voice talk over my children when they were trying to share their dreams, which I try my best to shut my mouth while they talking and stop rushing them along. Um, I definitely, baby, about to drop my phone. I guess that's just how much the truth was. It's like, hey, wait a minute. The other thing is just the parents of going back to the parent. Y'all, kids these days are trash. So we definitely have to talk about the trash that the kids and adults. There's so much trash. School is trash, and I'm just and looking back of how we got through that. I don't know, millennials tap in, but there's a whole lot of things to unpack when it comes to mindset, when it comes to words having meaning, right? And I want to welcome that. And I want to welcome you all here to sit into that as well, because it is not uncommon for you to feel like you're alone. It is not uncommon to feel like you're distracted. It is not, it is everything that I feel like life kind of has to be and things we have to navigate. And so let's do that together, you know? You know? What we don't want to do is fall into a cycle. And if you're anything like me, I can find a reason to escape. I can find a method of escapism. Fear stifles me so much to the point where I won't move. So if I feel like it's so many pieces to the puzzle, I just sit there and look at it. Just everything spread out. Start. Start. That's just picking up one piece at a time, putting one foot in front of the other. It is a lot, right? It is a lot, but do it anyway. Yes, you're scared, but do it anyway. And I'm having to say this out loud because for a long time, fear stifled me to the point where I turn back around, right? And like I said, do nothing. So I stay. The cage is wide open. Walk out. And so I welcome you aboard, y'all. Don't want to make this long. I ain't gonna make it long. It was more of like a hey, big head. No more like, hey, new phone, who this? We got a new attitude. Same people, same mind. It's just it's grown. You're grown. You are and should be proud of yourself. Because I'm proud of you. Now come on, give me a hug. Sit down. Enjoy. You got time to go back to these other episodes. We ain't at 100 yet. And love you. Bye.